All right, guys, and joining us right now from Seattle, where the Rangers are going to be taking on the Seattle Mariners tonight for an important series, it's Texas Ranger third base coach Tony Beasley, who's pinch hitting for us today. Bees, what's going on, man?
All good. I mean, just got some rest this morning, and we didn't get in till like three something, and so now here we are in Seattle, ready for the night game. But it is gorgeous here right now. Beautiful weather.
It looks partly cloudy, which is an improvement for Seattle.
It is partly cloudy. It is, and I'm sure tonight it'll be more Seattle-ish. Cold.
Yeah, you'll be wanting that sweatshirt in the third base box.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, good. I mean, you guys got in late, but shoot, it was worth it. Good, two good wins there to finish off that series.
Yeah, it was. That was really huge for us. I mean, to go to LA and get two out of three from the Dodgers, who was obviously everyone knows is a really good ball club, and they are playing well. And we haven't really hit our stride, but to go there and get two out of three, but we pitched outstanding those last 2 days, and we were able to get hits to fall, and just to get us just enough runs, and we held on. So it was a good series. We made some good plays defensively as well. So pitching and defense was probably the key.
Yeah. Boach said last night, uh, good things happen when you put the ball in play.
That's
And,
right.
I mean, you
Yeah.
guys scored your runs on a ground out and two bloopers.
yeah.
Yeah. Two sandwiches.
Yeah. That's what they were. But shoot, I
Hey.
mean, you guys can't be beggars can't be choosers here. So I mean,
Absolutely.
but
No.
you'll take it any way you can. Are you seeing
Absolutely.
are you seeing the offense show
Mhm.
signs of picking things up?
It's tough. I just think we have a lot of guys that are just guys that really being hard on themselves and trying to do too much. I mean, our guys know they're underperforming. I'm not talking about Langford and when Carter was here, the younger guy. I'm talking about the guys, Adolis and guys like that. They know that they're better than they performed, and I think it's eating at them a little bit. So just want to try to get them in a good headspace, and so they just don't lose their swag. I think you got to get that swagger back and that belief that we are a force as an offensive unit, and it's going to start there, and maybe a night like last night kickstarts something like that because a lot of times you got to get a bloop hit or something
Yeah,
first, to just get
sure.
you some feel good. And Adolis last night, it's good to see him, to find the hole in the six hole and then to get the little flare to center field to get two hits. And maybe that's enough to get him feeling great about himself and can get carry on into tonight and into this series. But guys like him and Nate and Jonah Heim and Tavares kind of need those guys to play like we know they're capable of playing. And I think once that comes, we'll be all right. But we're getting to the point where we kind of need it to happen sooner than later.
Yeah. Corey Seager, we know he's been injured. He's been in. He's been out.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, your best player.
No
you don't
doubt.
you want him, but you don't want him to get hurt any worse. How?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's gotta be tricky for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Boch and Lucky with the training staff, they in straight communication about how to deal with Corey's situation, and obviously Corey wants to play, and he's going to play whenever he can. I mean, I was surprised that he played that second game in LA. I didn't think he was going to be ready to play that game, but he played and hit the big 3-run homer for us, and so I mean yesterday he wasn't available to play, so. But we were able to do it without him. So I'm not sure what his status is for tonight as of yet. I think they're still checking in on all of that.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's good when he's in the lineup because that's a dangerous bat, and especially it's tough for us to do it without him right now. So whenever I see him coming up, I feel like something good is going to happen. So hopefully he can just get healthy and so we can have him for the long haul.
the did you think Josh Young would be missed this much? It just seems like especially against left-handers. I mean, it just seems like that's a big one.
I just think it's just the guys that are not performing right now. I mean, we didn't anticipate that. You didn't anticipate guys not to perform. I mean, if obviously you're going to miss Josh Young whenever he's not playing because he lengthens out your lineup. He's a threat in the middle of your lineup. He can hit for slug and OPS and change the scoreboard for you in a heartbeat. But like I said, if the other guys that are playing up to their abilities and doing what we expect them to do, then we probably wouldn't be that urgent about missing Josh. I mean, I think we'd be able to be like we've always said, next man up and just the next guy step up and do the job. Last year when Siegs was out for an extended period, Duran stepped in and was unbelievable. And
Right.
we haven't had that type of thing happen. Granted, Josh Smith has been incredible. Josh Smith has done incredible, outstanding job, and in Josh Young's absence.
Yeah.
But it'd be good to get Josh back, just to get another bat in the lineup and add some length to the lineup, and somebody that hopefully he can just jump back and get in his stride. But it's hard to put it all on one player. That's not how we operate. Our lineup is a lineup that when we're good, we're passing the baton, we're wearing pitchers down, we're taking our walks, and we're slugging when guys on base, and those are things we just haven't done this year. And hopefully we can just get back to that as a unit, playing with that. I just feel like that confidence and that swagger that we need to represent who we really are.
Similar to Zeke last year, there's no way you guys can take Josh Young out of the lineup when Josh Smith out of the lineup and Josh Young is back. I mean, there's just no way you can do it.
Yeah, that's a good problem though, but I'm sure Boach will learn how to he'll finagle that just fine. He'll know how to work that in, and I don't. It's gonna be hard to take him out of the lineup. But the thing is, he's very versatile. He's really versatile, so
he can play go anywhere in the infield and give guys just he could let Seager or Simeon take a DH spot one night and get off their legs. I mean, he plays it all. He's good defensively.
Simeon probably don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not endorsing that. He might hear this, but he can go but Josh can go anywhere in the outfield as well and play.
Yep.
I mean, he's just so versatile. So I think you can find a spot for his bat and plug him in. Whether it's DH, wherever it's at, you could you'll find.
So he's not pushing Seager out to left field.
Nah, it didn't happen. Nobody's pushing him.
I'm not sure Marcus listens to every episode, so I think you're okay.
Okay.
He did a show with Mookie Betts earlier this week, so
I heard
we have hope. We have hope that we're next. We're just a peg below Mookie, I think.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, you guys are in Seattle. They're in first place. You got more than 90 games left, but is this a big series?
Yeah, it's a big series. I mean, that's a really good team. Seattle's got a really, really good team. They have really, really good pitching. I mean, in my opinion, they have one of the most complete pitching staffs in all of baseball. I mean, every night you're going to get a tough starter that's going to attack the zone and come after you with aggression, and we have to match that. And so I feel like we've been pitching really well also, and pitching's been keeping us in ball games. So we just gotta try to find a way to get game one and then just go from there. One day at a time mentality. Obviously, we'd love to win the series. Obviously, we'd love to sweep. But we know that we've got to just find a way to win the day, and that's just where we're at right now. And it's going to be a tough series, but it's going to be a good series. And I feel good about at least coming in here winning 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. So I think that gives us a little momentum and a little more confidence of what we're capable of doing right now, because we know we're not clicking on all cylinders, but we went and beat LA without clicking on all cylinders, and we should be able to do the same thing here.
Yeah, as a coaching staff, you guys are doing your work. We see it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Are you frustrated? Are you staying patient? What is it that
you've got to stay the course. I mean, obviously, no one wants to lose. We love to win. And we have expectations, but at the same time, you've got to stay the course. As a staff, we have to continue to work and have belief in our players and what we're doing, and prepare ourselves on a daily basis to go out and to exploit things that the other teams are giving us, and give us the opportunity to win a ball game. I mean, that's just the way it is. And we have to support the group that we have and get the most out of that group. And it's up to us to find ways to challenge them and enlighten them on any adjustments or things that we think need to take place. That's what all comes with being a coach. But for us to be frustrated and upset, and I don't think that gets us anywhere. We're about finding solutions and not identifying problems. The problems are always obvious, and so we have to find ways to combat those.
Okay. Through the miracle of social media, in the last hour since you agreed to come on with us, we have acquired some questions from fans.
Oh,
Just a couple.
Just a few, but we want to make sure that the way you interact with fans and like the fans, I figured we got to.
Yeah, well, your Twitter does that too. And by the way, I know that Beasley's pinch hitting here. We made a joke about it, but Tony can confirm this. It was about a week. Last time y'all were in town, Tony and I were talking outside the dugout. He always comes up and gives us all a hug before the game. I said, "Hey, we're getting you back on. We need to get you back on." And he was, of course, like, "Yeah, absolutely." So you were already in the plans, but we moved you up because you're a good pinch hitter anyway. So we got you in there.
I appreciate it.
I got a text from this guy because he's a friend and he
Okay.
knows you.
Okay.
He said, "Don't use my name because he knows you. Let's just say you help his son take some batting practice, and
Okay.
maybe you know his mom too. I don't know."
Oh wow.
Right there, he said, "Bees, your connection with players appears to be unmatched by many of your peers." He said, "Why is it so important to you being somewhat father figure to these dudes?"
Well, I mean, first of all, they're just young men, and I know a lot of times you, as a fan, you look at them as they're just like there's mature, just seasoned vets that should never have any feelings whatsoever. But they're not robotic. They're not AIs. These guys are humans, and the game of baseball is a game where you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail miserably. It's just the nature of the game. And so I always think about just trying to allow guys to mentally not lose themselves and lose their identity, because the game of baseball, they're defined by their performance a lot. And if you're an offensive player, if you're a batter, you're gonna fail 70% of the times if you're great.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
you're going to constantly have to learn how to embrace failure and not let that define you and just deflate you. And so I'm always just trying to uplift and encourage and build guys up and not tear them down. So I just think it's important that we value people over products. This is a game that we play. These guys are unbelievably gifted and talented. And I think that the way you tap into that is making sure that they're in a good headspace. When they're not in a good headspace, it's hard to coach them
Yeah,
because they're so frustrated, and their belief system and what they're trying to do and not having success at it wears on them. So you're trying to help them to maintain that sense of I'm a good ball player, I'm incredibly talented and gifted, and this is a game. Ultimately, it's a game. I mean, we enjoy it. I mean, there's a lot at stake, but when it all boils down to it, it's a game, and you have to enjoy it.
yeah,
So I just feel like you got to connect with players on a different level than just instruction and why didn't you do this or why. I mean, these
sure.
guys are married. Most of them, they have families.
Mhm.
So you got to tap into their why. Why do you play, and try to help motivate them on a daily basis.
Well, you do a great job of that. We see it personally out there,
Thank you.
the way the players react to you and how they do that. So this is Steve Solomon. He said he's on Twitter. He said, "How has Wyatt Langford looked to you since returning from the IL, and how close is he to unlocking that power potential?"
Yeah. Well, I think since we got him back, excuse me, I feel like he's been a little more aggressive at the plate. And I think he's swung the bat better since he's come back from his injury. and it seems like he's a little more relaxed now than he was in the beginning. It's a lot on that kid. I mean,
Oh my
last year
gosh.
he's
Yeah.
playing college baseball at this time,
Right.
and so it's tough to put all the weight on his shoulders. But just try to want Light to just have fun and just be Wyatt Langford and just trust his ability to play the game of baseball and not overthink it. I mean, there's a lot when you're up here with. There's more information. There's more game plan stuff. You're challenged to think in a different light, and so he's adjusting to all that, and I think he's doing a great job. We got to keep an open mind as far as knowing that he still needs development time. He needs to understand how to make adjustments. He's probably never failed in his life. He's been successful because he's been above and beyond the competition, and now he's playing where the competition
The
is
best.
is
Yeah.
right. And so you're gonna have to adjust to that, and he's gonna have to learn how to shine amongst the stars. And I think he'll do just fine. But we just got to make sure that him, like the other guys, just keep his confidence level up and just believe that he can play this game of baseball. Which I think since he's come back, he's starting to hit his stride a little bit. I kind of anticipate him taking off a little bit within the next week or so.
Yeah, people can't understand how much you're asking of this kid. He is literally started his very first at bat was opening day of this year, and he had only played a month in the minor leagues last year.
161 at bats. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
good Lord. And so when he struggles against the best pitching world, in
yeah.
the world, I mean, it's okay. You can give him a little break there and let him figure it out. Because he does not, you know what, though, Tony? He doesn't look lost. He doesn't look
Oh,
overmatched. He
yeah.
doesn't look lost at the plate. He just looks like he's got to get adjusted here. That's all it is.
That's
All
right.
right, now,
He's such a good kid. He has a good demeanor. He works his butt off, and
he does.
he knows that he has a lot of talent, and he's going to be great. And we just got to continue to help him and develop him, and just let him know that we trust and believe in him.
All right, this last one, I'm going to get you this one last one. This was from Teresa Musgrove Judd. And this is one a lot of people like about Tony Beasley. Has Tony always had such a great singing voice? And where did he learn to sing? And how long have you been singing? Because if you don't know, he'll sing the national anthem for you. And boy, I'm tell you what, he carries a tune. He does not. He doesn't miss a note.
Well, I first of all thank you for that. But actually, I started singing really young. I started in my church choir, and probably when I was around 12, 13, there was a mass choir, and there was this lady named Miss Davis. She was an older lady, and she used to do Paramount music you know, for the movies and stuff, and out in Hollywood. But she was retired with that, and she came back home to Virginia, and she was actually one of the choir directors. And she just, I don't know, I was a young kid just singing in the background, and
Yeah.
I guess she heard my voice, and she started calling me Mockingbird, and she made me sing. Yeah, yeah. It was a mass choir, and we used to travel around and do some singing and do concerts. And so she asked me to sing a song, to lead a song, do the lead vocal. I was scared to death, man. I was a
Sure.
young kid, and everyone else on the choir was, they were adults, and so she just put me out there and just coached me through it, and gave me the confidence to get in front of a group of people and sing. And I don't know. I mean, she'd sit there and yell at me while I was doing it. She'd sing, Mockingbird, sing. And so I'll never forget it. It was her and this other lady named Joyce, and they just kind of coached me through it and just held me accountable to doing certain things vocally. And I don't know. I just fell in love with singing, and then I was able to, like, as I was getting older, like in my teenage years, I used to listen to different R&B singers and just mimic their voices. And so I
Yeah.
would try to be Luther Vandross, sing, Michael Jackson songs, but in their voices, and
Yeah.
I do that all the time. So I don't know. I've been singing a long time, and it's something that I really love to do. I still sing on the off season a lot in my church, and I don't know. Just I enjoy singing, so I don't want to lose this thing.
I tell you what, and as somebody who has sang before, I mean, I'm okay. I'm not anything like you. My wife and
Hmm.
I sang in our church choir. did some things a while back. I just got busy with kids and everything, and you have to keep your voice the way yours is now. I know it now. If I ever try to sing again, you have to keep your voice warm. Yeah. So singing in your church choir or singing in the shower, doing whatever, those guys that sing professionally, I promise you, they're humming all the time. They're doing things to keep the voice trained, because I can go out and try to belt out a song, and afterwards I'm going to have the gravel there, and I'm going to be going after one song. Yeah. But it takes I don't sing anything like you do. So, but I know what you mean. You have to sing in the off season, or you got to keep it going. So
in 2015, it was the first year you were on staff.
Yeah.
And it was our second Do It for Durrett event.
That's right. I remember that.
And it was the 80s night, and you dressed up full-blown Michael Jackson. And came out and sang, I think we were singing We Are the World.
Yeah, we sung some of that. Yeah, we sung We Are the
World.
Roof
off, man. I'll never forget that.
Oh, every time he sings, he blows the roof off, man.
Yeah. I had a little lead vocal part in that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd notice for 3 months, and you're out there doing it. It was awesome.
Oh, great! You got anything else for him?
No, let's get him out of there. It looks like the clouds are starting to gather a little bit.
Yeah, it is getting a little cloudy. It's just prepping itself for the cold night.
That's right. Wind always blows in.
Yes,
always blows in at that place, and it's
absolutely
cold.
Hey, Tony. Thank you so much. Listen, Monday night, you'll be back here. We'll come out and see you. We're going to be there Monday, so we'll get our hug that we always get. It'll be great to see you. And now, remind me, are you Papa? Are you Pop, the new grandbaby?
Papa.
All right.
Papa, yeah. Papa, yeah. And she hasn't really got the second part of it done. So right now, I'm Pop. I'm Pop. Yeah, she's working on it.
And she can't do anything wrong, can she?
No, not at all. Not at all. She's got me wrapped all around her fingers.
Well, my saying, I said this to Bochy one day too. I said, all my friends that are grandparents, because I'm old enough to be one now. I've got kids old enough, but I'm not one yet. They all say, if I'd have known being a grandparent was this much fun, I'd have done that first.
It's definitely a lot of fun. Ain't no doubt about it. So,
all right, Beast, get out to it. Good luck tonight, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
Tony Beasley. We're going to go down in the bus league, guys, right after this.